Hello, you guys. Ashley, oh my God, I miss you. Oh my gosh, Ashley, it's so good to see you. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Macy. Okay, we are on day 22 of 30 of how to stop binge eating. How have you guys been loving this 30-day TikTok series? Let me know if you've been watching every single day. Day 22 is all about making faster decisions with food. How many of you guys want to stop thinking about food 24/7? Let me know in the chat if you're like, I literally don't want to be thinking about food 24/7. If that is you, you want to make faster decisions with food, meaning you want to collapse the amount of time that you're spending making decisions. So oftentimes you get this pull or this nudge to go and have something. Let's say you're craving oatmeal for breakfast. But you get into your head and you're like, oh, like I probably shouldn't have carbs for breakfast because I remember that, we're going to have pasta for dinner. So I probably shouldn't have carbs for breakfast. You felt that pull. Your body was telling you, I want the carbs for breakfast. I want some oatmeal. And then you start getting in your head and your mind starts going back and forth. Should I do it? Should I not? What are the calories? Should I be having carbs? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe, I know summer's coming. Maybe I shouldn't. Like you get into your head and it's really hard to make decisions when you're in your head. When you're in your body, your body knows. Your body knows exactly what it's craving, exactly what it's wanting. But if you don't actually listen to your body and you take a long time to make a decision, you end up in your head. Oh my God, Ashley, I've been listening to your podcast and I wanted to come say hi. I'm so glad. I miss you so much. Ashley was one of my badass clients, and she's literally the most amazing human being I've ever met. She's the sweetest soul. I miss you so much, Ashley. I miss you. I miss you. Um, so when you're up in your head and you are taking so long to what the heck? You're taking so long to make decisions with food, you start getting in your head, and then it's no longer about what sounds good or what am I feeling like? What am I craving? It's more like when you're in your head, what should I eat? What do I have to eat? And you can't make intuitive decisions when you're in your head. And so if you make faster decisions with food, you feel this inkling to have the oats for breakfast and you just honor it, you're going to collapse the amount of time that you're actually spending thinking about food. But when you spend so long and you're going back and forth, should I do it? Should I not? It's like that is literally you spending more time thinking about food. Ashley says, you changed my life completely. I've never felt so good about food. I miss you so much. Oh my God, that's amazing. Ashley did our academy program and I just miss you so much. I'm so glad that you're feeling so good with food. That's amazing. But here's the thing, just like side note, Ashley was somebody that came into the program and like she showed up, like she came on the coaching call. She always had questions. She plugged into our community. And that's how you set yourself free. Like you get the right support, you come in, you ask your questions, you show up powerfully for yourself. And that's how you truly conquer binge eating. So just wanted to share that. So a huge reason why a lot of people have a hard time deciding what they want to eat is because you're in your head. It's really like you're afraid to make a decision with food because what if it's the wrong decision? What if you end up having the cookie and then you regret it? What if you end up ordering the pasta dish at the restaurant and then you regret it? But there is no wrong decision with food. You going back and forth in your mind, that's worse than just deciding. And then even if you did binge or you did overeat, you can learn from it. But if you're just going back and forth in your mind, like that is worse than just making a decision. And sure, maybe it was the right decision. You feel amazing. You ordered what it is that you want. Amazing. Or maybe you ended up having something and it spiraled into a binge. You can learn a lesson. Or maybe you had something at 9 o'clock at night and you're like tossing and turning all night and you're like, okay, maybe I don't have a full meal before going to bed. Not because eating before bed is wrong or bad, but you don't want to be tossing and turning. But you won't extract that feedback unless you actually just make a decision. So again, if you want to stop thinking about food 24/7, you really need to start making faster decisions with food. Trust yourself. I remember when I used to live with my family, I would open up the fridge and I would see that there was like pizza or like, let's say, chicken. And I knew I wanted the pizza, but I was so terrified of making that decision that I would literally open up the fridge and ask my mom, "Mom, what do you think I should eat? Should I have the pizza or should I have the chicken?" And obviously, I wanted the pizza, but it's almost like I wanted permission from somebody else to be like, "You should have the pizza. Like, it's okay." And you don't need permission from anyone else to know that you're allowed to have whatever it is that you want. But again, I used to like stand there, open up the fridge, and be like, what should I eat? And I knew exactly what I wanted. And I'm sure you probably know what you want as well, too. You know what you want. The permission thing is so real, 100%. And a lot of the times, you know what you want. You know what you want. You know that you want the pizza. You know that you want the fries. You know what you want, but there's so much fear on acting on it because again, it's like, I don't want to make the wrong decision. What if I have the fries and then I spiral into a binge and I have no control? I'm going to be so mad. What if I have the cookie and then my stomach hurts and I regret it? But again, it's like you need to be intuitive. You got to trust your body. You you feel this desire to eat something, I want you to start honoring that. That is your intuition. As soon as you start getting into your head, your mind's going to convince you probably shouldn't do that. And that's even worse because then you're not going to have what you're craving. And then again, you're just going to spiral into a binge. And I was talking to one of my clients inside of the academy today, and she was asking, like, she's like, I'm finding myself like questioning my food choices a lot. And, I really want this, but then I get into my head and I start thinking, like, should I really? And I'm like, whatever your body says, like, ask yourself what sounds good, not what should I eat. What sounds good is your body speaking. What sounds good is your body speaking. That's your intuition. What should I eat? That's your head. That's your mind. And you can never make good decisions from your mind. So how is this landing for you? Do you guys have any questions for me? We are on day 22 of this 30-day TikTok series. I feel better when I eat what I know will make me feel better after eating 100%. 100%. Yeah, so we are on day 22 of day 30. So if you've not yet gone back to my Instagram profile, definitely go to my Instagram profile because every single day I've been posting exactly what you can specifically do to help you stop binge eating. So are there any questions? Rena's here. Hey, Rena. Good to see you. Yasmin's here. Hey, Ashley. Do you guys have any questions before I pop off? Jen is here. Tanisha is here. Any questions before I pop off? Hey, Emma. Like I said, if you haven't yet gone through day 1 to day 21, definitely go back to my profile. I struggle in the evening. Yeah, the evenings are a tough one for so many people because the way that your brain works, so your brain fatigues as the day goes on. So as you start making decisions with food, or sorry, as you start making decisions just in general, right? Like, what should I eat? How should I do my hair? How should I drive to work? Or like, should I have coffee or tea in the morning? All these decisions fatigues out your brain. So come the end of the day, you've made so many decisions that your brain is essentially fried and your brain just reverts to what's easiest and what's most familiar, aka binging, aka numbing out on food. And this is why it's so important to utilize the first portion of your day for brain-based tools like meditation, like breath work. Because first thing in the morning, your brain is most fresh and it's most susceptible to change. So if you utilize things like breath work and meditation and certain journaling activities first thing in the morning, that's how you can start reprogramming your brain. Rena said, a huge step for me has been to share my struggles with my husband. Thank you for encouraging that. Yes, absolutely. Rena, are you listening to the podcast? I think I have an entire podcast episode on how to tell a loved one that you're struggling with binge eating. I'm too scared to admit that I have a problem to anyone else. Well, see, here's the thing. When you are telling somebody who doesn't understand, it's 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 not it's not about telling them so that they get you. It's not about that because they're not going to understand you. It's about letting them know because you deserve to feel like a weight is lifted off your chest. Like binge eating is so secretive, it's so isolating, and you're not telling your partner, you're not telling a loved one so that hopefully they understand. They're not going to understand. They are not going to understand. Exactly. Rena says it was nice to hear your husband's perspective. Like my husband never struggled with binge eating. And he still to this day does not understand what binge eating is. He doesn't understand it because if you don't go through it, it's hard to understand. So this is why getting support from somebody like myself who's gone through binge eating is important, but it's still important to be open with your partner because again, it makes it easier when maybe you don't want to be intimate or you don't want to go out for dinner. Instead of them being confused and asking you all these maybe potentially triggering questions, they just have a little bit of a better understanding of, what it is that you're going through and maybe why you don't want to go out for dinner or why you don't want to be intimate. And again, they're not going to understand it fully. But you deserve it. And also for me, I didn't want to hide anything from my partner. Like this was a huge aspect of my life and I wanted my partner to know. My husband does not understand, but he supports me 100% and that helps. I feel less shame. Exactly. So beautiful. I'm so proud of you, Rena. That's amazing. You're so brave. You're so courageous. It's not easy to open up. I had to text my boyfriend at the time. I had to text him because I was so nervous. I'm like, I can't even speak this out loud. Oh. Crazy. All right, you guys. This is all for day 22. Definitely go back to my profile. Watch all the other day 1 to day 21. Every single day I share a specific tip that you can do. Danielle says, I do so good throughout the week and then go back and binge every weekend. Do you have any advice? Okay, well, so most people who struggle with the weekends, it is because you're trying to do so perfectly with your diet Monday through Friday. You're trying to eat super healthy Monday to Friday. Maybe you're even packing your lunches. You're not honoring your cravings. So then come the end of the day on the weekends, that's when you're like, out of routine, maybe you don't even pack your lunch, and it's like it's the association with like, oh, it's the weekend, like free for all. But like the reality is number one, you can't see the weekends as something special because if you see the weekends as something special, then you're going to feel like you can just eat whatever you want. I would really encourage you to be more flexible during the week. So many people think I can't go out for dinner if it's a Tuesday evening. It can only be a Saturday or Sunday. Who said that? Who said you can't have chocolate on a random Wednesday afternoon? Who said that you can't have pancakes? I have pancakes every single morning. I used to be like, oh, well, it can only be like a Saturday or Sunday thing, like cheat meal. And now I have pancakes like every single day because there's no rules, right? So I would really think about like what foods are you binging on the weekends and how can you start incorporating those more throughout the week so that you just normalize those foods and they're not like being put on a pedestal come the weekend. That's what I would really recommend. And again, just be more flexible. Like, I think people tend to eat a little bit better throughout the week because maybe, again, you have to pack your lunch. Maybe, you bring your snacks and then maybe throughout the weekend, it's like maybe you're sleeping in, there's not really a lunchtime and like your routine's kind of off. So even just like making sure that you have meals in the fridge ready to go for the weekend, not in like a diet culture way, but like if you just have, I know for myself, like if I don't have anything in the fridge, then obviously you're just going to grab something, you're going to eat something quick. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, being prepared is also really helpful. Awesome, Danielle. I'm glad that that was helpful for you. All right, you guys, I'm going to head off. Have an amazing rest of your day. We'll see you guys soon. I will be back live tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Beck. I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come join me tomorrow for day 23. It's going to be fantastic. Have an amazing rest of your day, you guys, and we'll see you soon.